Well, I found out about OCA because I was living in the Netherlands and came back to this country and was looking for something to do. I've been a teacher and I wasn't thinking of going back into teaching. And I've always enjoyed being creative, but never had the time to follow any of these ideas that I had. And while I was thinking about that, my daughter picked up a leaflet in the library and said, "This sounds like you, Mum." And it was an OCA leaflet. And so I spent some time scouring the internet and looking at all the courses and trying to decide which one to do. The reason for the history course was that I'd done a lot of practical work, which I love, but I felt I didn't have anything to underpin it. I needed something which is a bit more, had more depth and a little bit more academic to it, and that would inform some of the artwork I was doing. And what I thoroughly enjoyed about it, and I was apprehensive with at first, was after how many years, 30 years or so, I had to write essays again. And I was an English teacher and I was teaching people how to write essays. And but when I came to do it myself, it was quite I had to dig in the depths to be able to do it. What interested me in the course was that it covered all periods of art history, from the Greeks really, to modern day. And I thought, well, that's going to give me a good grounding. I didn't realise how much depth it went into in some areas, and I was pleased to see that because I didn't want it to be too superficial. It was just so the course pulled you into it and made you part of it the way it was written. At first I thought, when I read that you had to pretend that you were redesigning the Pope's palace or something, and I thought, what on earth can you get out of something like this? What a ridiculous thing to ask you to do. But when you'd done it, you thought, oh, you'd learnt so much about it, and yet you've been involved in the learning rather than just reading about it and regurgitating it. So they got it right, even though I thought it was very odd at first, some of these things. Well, working with another student was really good, I have to say. And it wasn't something I thought I was going to be able to have an experience I was going to be able to have in the beginning, because I started this by myself. But I had made a friend the previous year on a summer course I went to, and we'd agreed to meet up every so often. And at one of these occasions, I took along the workbook with me, and we had a look at it. In fact, she asked if she could keep it that afternoon, and she said, "I want to do that too," which was really nice for me because it then meant I had somebody that I could bounce ideas off, and we could share discussions, talk about bits that we didn't understand, and go to exhibitions together. And we had different ideas and different points of view, which was brilliant. But it has made it so much better. And she's thoroughly enjoyed the course too, and both of us have recommended it to other people who are looking into doing it. So what am I going to do next? Well, I've done textiles, and I've done art history, and I've done digital photography. I'm really interested in mixed media, and all those three, I think, feed into that. I've done only level 1 courses, and I'm very happy with that. There's plenty in that to do. I don't feel I have to do a level 2 or a level 3. I might just do lots and lots of level 1s. I enjoy myself doing different things, but there's some very tempting level 2 ones as well. So I don't know, but there'll be something, I'm sure.